And Vivo is a bicultural informational program about San Diego and Baja California, the largest border crossing in the world.
Mr. Fashion himself, Leonard Simpson of Fashion Forward, has brought us introducing one of your new fashion designers to San Diego. Tell us what's happening with her and you.
Oh my gosh, Connie, it's so nice to be here. You look absolutely delicious as usual, fabulous.
Thank you.
Lots of pops of color. It's great to be here once again. You know, we just finished Oscars, which was great. As you know, we're on KUSI Channel 9 News and Good Morning San Diego, doing style all the time. And I have got one of the most brilliant and new talents. Well, she's not really new. She's been designing for quite some time. How are you, darling?
How are you?
Please introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm just so happy to be here. My name of my fashion is O'Shea Fashion, and it's beautiful. I just started actually about 1.5 years ago. And, you know, it's just all about peace, love, tranquility, and no to racism. And it means letting go of the prejudice in yourself, love yourself. You can become anything and anybody you want.
Isn't that beautiful?
Hip, hip, hooray.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Yes.
What a beautiful message to have behind the line of clothes. And your full name as a designer?
My full name is Shebra E. Dorsey.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's beautiful.
I
I love O'Shea.
I know.
That's an O-C-H.
Yes, it's just beautiful. And her collection, we're going to take a look today at these beautiful models. And one of the things I love about her, and we talked about when you were on the show, the Good Morning show the other day, and she's just all over the place. She's popping up in all the magazines, and she's just become this really, really wonderful talent. And everybody's designing. I've got her on models and everything. But
She's very vibrant.
She's vibrant,
and her
she's
clothes
exciting.
are too, because we had the first
Take a
outfit
look. Let's
there.
take a look at the first new model right here in the monitor. Tell us about this design, darling.
I did this design. It kind of reminded me of the Josephine Baker. I did it in pure rose golden. And this is a rose material. I also make my hair ornaments handmade. I like everything custom to go with the dress.
It's just gorgeous.
I also put it with the O'Shea jewelry. I like a little bit of sparkle.
Oh, it's just
and as you can see,
beautiful.
look at that
Fabulous.
dress. That's absolutely fabulous.
And I love the line because, you know, with what you've done is that it's any hem length. You know, this is like a T length, and I love that it can go all the way up to a shorter version.
Yes, it can.
And I have seen you take the same dress and work this with straps or shawls, so
Yes, I have.
if at any age group can pull off the same garment. And I love that about your designs, that you really work in any age group. So that's beautiful.
Isn't that fabulous?
Take a look at the next girl as she comes
Look at
on.
that.
It's beautiful.
And I love the return of the long glove also.
Connie, that's so
I
glamorous.
want to bring it back, you know?
Good.
Very
Here
beautiful.
we have the next one.
Tell us about this. This is short, pretty, beautiful.
Isn't
Love
this
this.
fabulous? This is like a satin gray, and it has an overlay of, look at that close-up of that beading on that. And I had added a beautiful diamond brooch at the waistline to give it a little bit of more of that fitted look.
I love this. This is very New York. What's happening when I was in New York City was they're taking actual garments and actually elements of like buildings, Empire State, Chrysler Building, famous buildings and architecture. A lot of architects have become designers. And I love how you added elements in the fashion world and mixed the two. This is just brilliant. I love the design. I like what you've put with it, but it really is got a lot of sparkle. Connie, you always like sparkle. We both like sparkle.
Well,
we like the sparkle.
We've got to add it somewhere.
It's beautiful. Our
On
next
this
model
skirt,
coming out too is going to be absolutely beautiful. And this is a softer look, which
it is.
O'Shea does as well. Just as brilliant as you do sparkle, you also do soft. I
Yes,
love
we
this.
do.
Let's
Very
take a look.
fandango.
I did this more of a vintage look, kind of bringing back those 60 times, really elegant. And if you see that, look at that knitted at the bottom and strings hanging down. Is that gorgeous?
It's just
And
vintage
again,
lace. It's like a
beautiful.
crochet piece.
Yes, it is.
Connie, this is so Spanish influenced, which
It
we
is.
love.
I was just going to say the fandango.
It is
Yes.
fandango.
Yes,
It's
it is.
beautifully done. And-
Absolutely
and Tell
elegant.
us a little bit about the rose influence on it. That's such a hard applique to do.
Yes, red is also a beautiful color. And so instead of having a plain red dress, I like to add a little bit of fun and fizzle in it. So those are actual beads inside that flower.
I love that. That is so much fun. And the headpiece is beautiful on that as well.
Again, I create my own hair pieces, and I use some brooches, and I put a little bit of, see the brooch in the middle with a little red mixed in there with the jewelry, O'Shea jewelry. And so as you can see, it adds a flair with that flower.
And
Look
who
at
did
that.
the hair and makeup today?
It
Is that
is
somebody
beautiful.
special? special? O'Shea
yes.
also,
Our
beautifully
production
done.
company.
Production company did that.
Everything's in-house.
Wonderful. Let's take a look at our next girl coming too. This is really an important thing to talk about as well. We have a charity benefit coming up through Fashion Forward called Cirque du Louvre, Carousel de Louvre, which is going to be for the ARC Arc of San Diego, April the 9th. Sheraton Harbor Island, which is coming up. I must talk about that.
Sheraton Harbor Island.
Sheraton Harbor Island, we talk about that. Now let's take a look at this beautiful lady here.
Look at this. Isn't she fabulous? This is a Spanish style, and if you could see, that has a little knitting on the flowers.
It's
Look
beautiful.
at that.
It does.
And I did it more with a flare at the bottom. And then look at the earrings and the accessories with that, and that orange kind of, look at that color with that.
And the copper. It's like
Look
almost
at
a
that.
copper, like you said, an orange copper feeling.
Yes.
Very what's going forward in spring and summer.
Yes.
We're seeing a lot of this trend. And as they open up on that full gown,
Look at
you'll
that.
see that it's just beautiful. I like the 3-tier feeling on that.
Isn't that
But
fabulous?
what it is it's
beautiful.
any size.
Yes.
That's what I love about your line. It
Yes.
really goes, it runs the gamut. And again, it's just beautiful because you really don't focus on size, you focus on the garment to the body.
That's
Which
right.
is what it's all about in good design. It
Yes,
really
it
works
is.
for everyone on it doesn't matter what size you can be beautiful at any size.
That's right.
But really focuses on the proper garment for that person.
Yes, that's what O'Shea's
Let's
about.
take a
you
look
know?
at our
Yes.
next girl. This
And
reminds me of
everyone
Lemon
is a
Meringue.
queen. Everyone
Yes,
is an
everybody
empress.
It
That's
is.
a queen.
It's true. That's a great thing, Connie.
I love it.
Everyone is a queen.
Everybody. Now
This
look
is
at
okay.
this.
This is reminding me of Lemon Meringue. I can't
Yes,
believe it. I
it
wish I loved Lemon
does.
Meringue.
Isn't that
You take it away,
yum,
O'Shea. You
yum,
tell us about
yum.
this. This is fabulous.
Well, this spring yellow's going to be very hot.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I did, again, I made her a hair brooch. Look at that with the earrings.
Oh.
And then
just
I went with,
loved it.
look at that.
It's so just red carpet ready. I
Oh
just
yes,
love this.
that's what I'm talking about. And look at how it fits her figure. You see what I
Gorgeous.
mean? And it just drapes elegantly. And then at the bottom, we added a little bit of fun right there.
Oh, it's got to
Look at
ruffle him.
that.
Let's bring our last girl on, please, in the burgundy as we
Fabulous.
close out. All our girls are going to come
This
back on
is
now
absolutely
and filter
stunning.
in as we get back to this really last girl. And every girl's coming back on now, and we're going to take a look at the last girl too, as we get the beautiful look in that beautiful
Look at this.
cranberry. Beautiful ball gown look,
Such a
which is
rich
so
color.
rich.
Thank
All
you.
the celebrity things are coming out, but
Yes.
lots of charities. You're involved in
Yes.
so many charities. I want to
Yes.
get that out.
Yes,
you
we
do
also
a
have
lot
our
of
own.
work and charity events all throughout San Diego, which is very important. So as we wrap up, any last comments,
O'Shea.
Connie?
The Sheraton, the 14th.
Absolutely, and anything, we want to thank you so much for being
Thank
on.
having
you,
a
thank
blast.
you. And
Thank
you
you,
have
guys.
to come back.
I
wanna
would love
thank
to.
you.
Thank you so much,
Applause.
O'Shea, for
Bravo,
being on your
bravo,
tour
bravo.
gowns and your
Thank you.